Rushton and who else is down there for North at the moment?
Jacob Lasky. Yep.
Yeah, young James Curran, who came in last week and has held his spot, and Lasky and they've just got to put the pressure, be at the fall of the ball when it's coming in long and hard, and be a good old-fashioned crummer.
Great to see a couple of ex-Tasmania Devils from back in the 2000s there as assistant coaches. We've got Cam Thurley and Scotty Stevens.
Yeah, we
both
have.
Involved, so fantastic.
Yeah, it is good to see them stay involved, and a lot of knowledge amongst those, and great to see Cameron Thurley involved in footy after what was so unfortunate accident many years ago.
Second quarter action here at KG5 Oval. Here's Anthony Osborne.
Young umpire Chris Kay throws the ball up. Alex Lee, as he did quite a few times in the opening term, wins it down. Advantage of his teammates, but a free kick has been paid. Sam Rundle receives the handball just backwards of centre for Glenorchy as he drives the ball out to the wing. Strong mark taken by Jay Foon, who immediately repelled the football. He's just defensive side of the wing for the Northern Bombers. A ball inside. Not many players can pull that off, but Jay Foon certainly can. As he finds Bain and Lowe. Drives the ball out further to James Curran. Exciting young player for North Launceston, starting to rack up the senior experience now as he drives the ball inside 50 in the Callow direction. Impacted the contest, unable to pull down the mark, and he's still down at the moment, is Callow, just slowly getting to his feet. He certainly hit the pack at great pace, unable to clunk the mark, but that's the sort of thing you get from Jackson Callow. He's going to attack the footy with 100% ferocity every time. Rundle gets the ball down for the Magpies as James Webb's in pursuit. The umpire's whistle. Going to be a free kick. High contact, it looks like. So a free kick going the way of North Launceston.
Bain and Lowe. Young player, seen a bit of recent times. An exciting prospect from the Northwest Coast, Maxie. Yeah, he is. He's a good young kid in the state 16 team last year, and made the move up to North Launceston this year. Not quite sure whether it's for uni or he's travelling, or he wouldn't be uni because he'd only be just turned 17, so he'd be at must be doing the travelling trip, I think. So he's tucked up in the boundary, just beginning his pursuit now. He's going to be kicking from about 40 metres out, tight angle, the ball's on the way, it was always fading to the side, goes through for a minor score. So North Launceston with their opening score of the afternoon, they're one behind. Glenorchy 139, 2 minutes into this second quarter as the Magpies bring the ball in. Banks Smith unable to complete the mark. He's in a bit of trouble here. Free kick goes the way of the Northern Bombers, and Bain and Lowe might have had a bee in his bonnet after missing the set shot. Lays a terrific tackle on Banks Smith. The kick in, it must be said, put Banks Smith under immense pressure. Lowe good enough to lay the tackle, and now he's going to have a second shot in the space of 30 to 40 seconds. This time the angle's been improved slightly. Still not an easy kick by any means, but certainly a lot closer to goal. The man on the mark's only about 20 metres out from goal as Bain and Lowe begins his approach now. His second shot in the space of a minute. He likes it straight away. Doesn't even watch it go through the sticks. He knows that's a goal, does Bain and Lowe. And North Launceston, with all the scoring so far in this second term, 117, Glenorchy 139. We've played 3 minutes in this second quarter at KG5. Yeah, and that's what we spoke about just before the start of this second quarter as well, as about that forward pressure by the young, small forwards in Lowe, James Curran, all these sort of guys. So they've got the result early, and lots of inside entries already for North. There'd be, 3 or 4, I reckon, groups to date. Yep, so going really well. So we've got back in the middle now. The ball has come back for Butler to throw it up.
Here it goes. Back in the middle of KG5 Oval. On the one of the contest there was geared. It comes out the back to James Webb. Kicks into the breeze, it holds up. Nice mark by Richter Salter. So Richter Salter, he kicks wide, the far side of the ground. Contest, falls to the front. Good handball away there towards Walsh. Tries to find Whitford. Intelligent tap on now to Bennett. Picks it up, tackled from behind. A bit slow there. Banks Smith got him. Free kick, Ryan Banks Smith. Just didn't have the awareness there, Tom Bennett. Just took a bit too long to dwell over the kick. So Ryan Banks Smith back in the side this week, kicks up the wing. Gee, that's a good mark once again. Richter Solder having a good season coming back from Victoria. Switches it to Bain and Lowe. He's got some space. Handball's not a great one. Puts Cox Goodger under pressure. Turnover. Here's Jay Bowden up the ground. Kicks inside 50. 2 against 1. And Nankervis can't quite take the mark. Under pressure now is the North Launceston back line. They do it well. Fletcher Bennett over the top to Richter Solder. Cox Goodger gets the handball away. Back towards Fletcher Bennett. Can't quite pick it up. He's under pressure now to Lowe. They've kept possession beautifully. North Launceston to Ponting. Scrubby old handball. Curran can't pick it up. And then we high tackle late on Ryan Banks-Smith. Rainbird, thank you. So Rainbird kicks towards half forward to Jay Bowden, who takes the mark. Been prominent so far. Hasn't hit the scoreboard yet as far as goals are concerned, but he's doing a lot of hard work as Jay Bowden. Couple of kicks out from goal. Has to play on. Kicks it towards the forward pocket there. Now the umpire's seen something. It's going against Glenorchy. And it's going back there to the defender in Donley. Will take it in the back pocket. He's going to switch into the goal square. Finds a teammate there in Foon. Jay Foon, part of many North Launceston premierships in the recent years. Short kick close to the boundary line, but it's perfect. Right on the chest of Whitford, who takes a mark across half-back.
North Launceston coach with a couple of touches to start this term as he drives the ball down the wing. A couple of players there. Josh Ponting's at the foot of the contest. Him and James Webb competing with each other. Webb just gets a handball out. So the players just converge on this football. Ball still bouncing around as Banks-Smith feeds the ball out to Webb, who drives the ball inside 50, looking for a target. Unable to complete the mark was Williams. He dishes the ball out. Callan Daly into an open goal. Just skids and misses to the right-hand side. He always looks dangerous with ball in hand, especially inside 50. Callan Daly, that's just a minor score. And just like the other end, a dangerous kick in. North Launceston just do enough to get the ball out of defensive 50. A bit of an error-riddled start to this quarter from both sides. And this ball's going to come back with interest as Mitch Rainbird once again gets his hands on the football. Kicks it to a dangerous spot. Strong mark taken
Nankervis.
By Nankervis as he feeds the ball out to Jay Foon.
Jay Foon now off half-back. They're just having trouble connecting through the middle of the ground at the moment, North Launceston. Whitford, though. Nice handball to Walsh. He's got space. He goes long inside 50. Bart McCulloch lopes after the ball. He'll have to get it on the second or third bounce. It might elude him altogether. Oh, and taps it back in nicely, but eventually it does go over the boundary line. And there'll be a throw in about 10 metres around from the North Launceston goal. And that was a bit better transition from the Northern Bombers then, Maxie.
Yeah, it was. It's that quick movement into the forward line. And see how open it was. It was, the forwards, as they do in modern footy, worked up the ground. There was plenty of room to turn and run, and unfortunately just went end for end out.
Boundary throw in. McCulloch front position. There's a whistle back on play as Ponting launches for goal. It's going to go to Glenorchy. And it's going to go towards Tom Cleary, the ex-Launceston Blue, who's returned to Glenorchy this year and has done a great job down back in recent times. Part of the Glenorchy revival. 2 wins over the Tigers and North Hobart recently. Handball backwards. Josh Arnold now. Outside defensive 50. James Webb can't take the mark. Chance now. Avent. Handball looking for Lasky. In fact, it was a throw. Play on now as they clear it out through James Webb. Bowden can't take the mark. At the front of the contest is Nankervis. He has to get the handball away to Burt. Shrugs a tackle, then loses the handle to Zach Burt. That's out of bounds, right in front of us here.
That's what Jay Bowden does there, isn't it, Dave? Maxie, you can do all the flashy things, but his defensive pressure and that tackle out on Nankervis was excellent.
He's looking fit again. That's what really strikes me today is Jay Bowden. He's had his injury troubles over the last couple of seasons. Cox Goodger, flying kick, bounces inside 50. Josh Arnold, the dependable one, takes it. Kicks back up the wing. You're looking for Conway. Clears him out of bounds on the full. Relieving free kick to Cox Goodger. The score is 1-4-10 Glenorchy. North Launceston 1-1-7. Been playing 8 minutes into the second quarter. Thanks to our sponsors, Andrew Doyle, Telstra Stores, Quadrant Mall, Kings Meadows and the Brisbane Street Mall.
Cox Goodyer to bring the ball back into play. Sam Rundle on the mark as Cox Goodyer just assesses his options. Just decides to hoist the ball inside 50 in the McCulloch direction. Glenorchy with the numbers, but Sharon Eggers at ground level for North Launceston. Kicks just interrupted by Mitch Rainbird, who's beset upon by Lasky. The umpire has a decision. Take it back. So a ball up right on the paint of 50. Just tucked into the broadcast side of KG5. 3 points of difference in favour of the Magpies as McCulloch wins that down. Sharked by Best. McCulloch just goes in and robes his own ball. Mitch Rainbird lays a strong tackle. Dispossesses McCulloch. Didn't have prior opportunity as Cox Goodyer just bullocks his way over the line. Have a throw in essentially in the same position of the ground.
The North coaches will be really happy with Bart McCulloch then the second and third efforts. For a big guy, went the ruck and followed up with a couple of tackles.
He's in the ruck now is Bart McCulloch. The ball eludes both him and his opposing ruckman as Whitford just hoists the ball into a dangerous spot. A couple of players fly, unable to complete the mark. Scrappy ball in a very dangerous position here for the Glenorchy defence. Jack Rushton in the thick of it. Tackled to ground level, holding the football excellent defence from the Glenorchy Magpies and a strong tackle laid by young Brady Simpson. One of these young players in this Glenorchy side, just 15 years of age, playing his 4th game, laying a potentially goal-saving tackle there to Simpson.
Rainbird, little kick, has to be accurate and is. Finds Cleary, back pocket. So North Launceston with the breeze. It's a bit across the ground, but it is definitely favouring that southern end of KG5. Has kicked up the wing, Koppelman, can't take the mark, out of bounds. 2 kicks out from North Launceston's goal. A lot of players around the contest. So just the 1 goal in this quarter, going to Bain and Lowe. First quarter went 19 minutes. We're 10 minutes through this one. Wrestle in the ruck. Koppelman up against Lee. Kick away there by Geared up the wing. Conway hits the contest hard. Daly gets it to Camerick. His handball forward to the contest. And looking there for a teammate in Roberts. He just sees it over the boundary line. So a few of the players in the long sleeves today. The sun is just making an appearance here. There's a shower over the mountain. And it looks a bit dark down the south, but we've been lucky so far. We've escaped any rain at all during this game here in the TSL. Massive game, this one, between Glenorchy and North Launceston. As we mentioned earlier, the Pies really need to win. They can start to look towards finals if they do. And North Launceston, of course, they're really fighting it out. Big game Wednesday night at UTAS Stadium, the big derby game. 5-7, you can hear on City Park Radio. As it goes towards Glenorchy's attacking 50, taken by Nankervis. Great tackle, Rainbird. So inside 50s this quarter. Dave Gruber, we got, looks like 6 to North Launceston, 4 to Glenorchy. So fairly even. You hear the wind getting up a little bit. It's full sunshine now here at KG5. Umpire Nick Butler. Throw up. Lee taps it over the boundary line.
It's an interesting approach in the ruck from the Magpies, Maxi, up against Lee. You see Koppelman competing 3 or 4 times in a row here. They're conceding the height, but just winning a contest.
Yeah, they are. He's certainly got the leap over the top of them, but...
He wins that one nicely towards Bain and Lowe's, tackled immediately. Swung round the tackle by Rundle. And now Sammy Rundle, of course, veteran with Launceston. And he's moved down south. And he lived down south, I think, while he was playing with Launceston, but now he's moved permanently to Glenorchy. He's been really serviceable in their midfield. Ponting, handball to Lasky. Tries to get over the top to Lowe, intercepted. Daly, little kick. Lasky, second effort. He might have got tripped, and he was. So Jake Lasky finds himself up the ground, usually in attacking 50. Kicked a couple of goals last week against the Tigers. Handy performance. So he thinks about going short, and he does now. He finds a play on the boundary line, and that's Jay Foon. Jay Foon kicks inside 50. High ball, McCulloch's there. So is Callow. Off hands Low for his second in the quarter. Bain and Low bounces it through. Great goal, Bain and Low. Read it beautifully off the contest. And that's his 3rd shot on goal for 2 goals in this quarter. And the young man has put the North Launceston team in front. 2-1-13. Glenorchy 1-4-10.
Great crumbing goal there for Bain and Lowe. Got front and centre. The thing that worried me there was McCulloch and Jackson Callow both flying for the ball. Yep. They need to, sort that sort of stuff out. Like when you get on the Aurora Stadium or UTAS Stadium, and the bigger grounds, when it dries out a bit, you just can't have those big guys jumping against each other. So there's a bit of work to do there, but certainly a great finish by Bain and Lowe.
Bain and Lowe with the entirety of North Launceston's score so far, 2-1-13. The Magpies 1-4-10, back in the middle. Ball punched out wide as Best, first one to reach it. He kicks towards Richard Dilger, who's unable to beat his opponent Fletcher Benner in the foot race as Rundle and Ponting see the ball over the line. The umpire, a couple of players were pleading for out on the full. In the end, it'll be a throw in. So directly in front of us, broadcast side, we've played 13 and a half minutes in this second quarter. North Launceston with all the scoring so far. They now lead by 3 points as the ball comes back into play. Alex Lee, again with the height advantage, unable to take full advantage of that on that occasion as Whitford finds Ponting. Sharonega is going to use a bit of dash in the end, wrapped up in a strong tackle by James Webb. Holding the football, says the umpire in Chris Kay. Good work from James Webb. Egger thought he was able to gallop away, but good work from Webb as Camerick drives the ball down the wing, but out of bounds on the full. So North Launceston to bring the ball back into play through Richter Salter.
Richter Salter on the wing. And great tackling day by Glenorchy. It's been a feature of their play. Wasted an opportunity then. They got the turnover, but out of bounds on the full. Richter Solder attacking 50. Callow hits the contest. Offhand, Sanders is there. Meeting him though is Ryan Banks-Smith, who wins it. But then he's tackled straight away. It'll be a ball up right on attacking 50 for the Northern Bombers. So Jackson Callow at the moment on Josh Arnold. A little bit of a height difference there. Tap away here towards Camerick. Little handball over the top. It's a good one to Johnny Geard. Wants to get round on his left, and he does. Nice little kick inside to James Webb. So Webb takes the mark. And it's going to be 50 against Mark Walsh or Sharon Egger. One of the two encroaching on the area. So bringing close to scoring range into the breeze, of course. His fellow number 13 on the mark there, Liam Davies. So probably couple of kicks out from goal. The first inside 50 for a while for the Magpies. Kicks it wide, too wide. Poor kick in the end and drifts out of bounds.
Terrible kick. They've got to make the most of those opportunities. He had 50, allowed, or didn't allow the North guys to get back because of the 50 metres.
Boundary throw in. Koppelman front position. Rainbird will gather it near the boundary line. Almost scores a try there as he falls over.
He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. Yep, took too long. Laid on top of it. He might be hurt there, Mitch Rainbird, is he? He's a bit slow to get up.
Just taking his time, I think, Dave.
Yep. Sometimes pays just to get up slowly after a situation like that. I think it's Avon in the back pocket. It kicks up the wing.
Oh.
And Ponting takes a lovely mark. In good form is Josh Ponting. Up here towards Rushton. Rushton in a battle there with Banks-Smith. Bennett also there. Go off the ground. He air shot there. Missed it completely. Banks-Smith in the follow-up does well. Rainbird waited for it. Gets it in the end in front of Ponting. Backward hand pass to Josh Arnold. Arnold looks for the handball inside, back to Rainbird, bit sloppy. Best does well, lovely handball to Geared by Riley Best. Now geared up towards attacking 50 to Koppelman. Oh, front position free kick. And taking it will be Zach Burt for the Bombers. Been playing 16 and a half minutes. The Bombers 13, lead the Magpies 10.
Zach Burt very eager to switch this football. Has been instructed by his teammates not to as he goes down the line to Ponting, just evades him. Ponting just giving the hand signal to Burt to get the ball nice and low in these windy conditions. So throw in directly in front of the Glenorchy interchange bench. McCulloch going up against Brady Williams. McCulloch wins it down. Egger was there, so was Ponting. Davies involved as well. McCulloch unable to complete that last handball. James Webb, some good defensive pressure acts in this quarter, but McCulloch just throws his opponent like a ragdoll. The umpire deems that the player did not have prior opportunity, but this is good from Bart McCulloch for North Launceston, throwing his weight around and really applying some defensive pressure. Wins that ball down, but only as far as Camerick, who just paddles the ball to himself, unable to take full possession. Egger's there as well for North Launceston as Rainbird swoops on the football out of bounds for a throw in directly in front of us here at KG5. It's going to be stoppage heavy game of football. This ball comes in. McCulloch going to be unattended by the looks of it. He just wins it down to McCulloch over the top to Sharon Egger, who's now off to the races. He kicks the ball on his left foot towards the paint of 50. It's going to be rolled out of bounds as Arnold's actually just pushed over the fence there. He's lucky he was able to just arrest his momentum as he was falling over. So a throw in, just attacking side of the wing now for North Launceston.
Boundary throw in. Lovely boundary throw in these breezy conditions. Might have been a hold there on McCulloch from Conway.
Throw it in again.
No, I misjudged that. It was a terrible throw in, says the umpire.
Just
I was talking about there.
Faded late, I think, Dave.
It looked all right. It looked really good in the air, but then, just faded away. Anyway, boundary throw in again. That's better. Front position McCulloch. Ponting is there. This time it's a free kick, and it's going the way of McCulloch. Play on. Ponting inside 50. Oh, thump over the back. Good defence there from Glenorchy. Meredith's there. He gets the handball away. It's a foot race here now with Conway getting to the ball. Nice handball out to Camerick. Camerick under pressure. This way, that away. Back to Cleary. Fumble. In trouble. Back to Camerick. Right foot kick in hope. Straight to the Northern Bombers to Foon. Inside 50. The kick fades away in the wind. It's meant for Lasky. Handball out of the contest. Still dangerous. Foon slaps on the right foot. Jay Foon floats towards goal. Callow lets it go. Bounces through. Jay Foon goal. And good judgment there from Jackson Callow as a right foot kick. He just launched it from about 48 metres out, just inside the 50 metre line. And Jackson Callow let it go, and it took the right bounce, went through for a goal. Third goal for the Northern Bombers.
You say good judgment, I just say good luck, I thought there, Dave. I think he thought it was more in the centre of the goal square, and bloody lucky, pardon me, it was very lucky that it bounced to the left instead of going straight ahead into the goalpost for a point. So a much needed gap there for the Bombers now, right towards the end of this quarter. It hasn't been high scoring.
9 points the difference in favour of North Launceston. They've done all the scoring this quarter, and they're going to go forward again through Cox Goodyear. Drives the ball inside 50. Mark taken. Excellent
Lasky.
judgment there from Lasky. The ball just read the ball better than anyone else and got himself into a dangerous spot. Took the mark on the chest in the end. And North Launceston just doing all the attacking at the moment. 3-1-19, plays 1-4-10. Lasky is going to be kicking slight angle. He'll be having to kick from right on the paint of 50 as he begins his approach now. Directly in front of us here in the broadcast position. Lasky, ball's on the way now. Just rides it with the breeze and just gets over the top, I thought, but touched on the goal line by Glenorchy for a minor score. North Launceston 3-2-20. The Magpies 1-4-10. Played 20 minutes in this second quarter, and there's a big couple of moments here for Glenorchy as they try and just stem this North Launceston momentum.
Bloomfield takes it in the back pocket. Young man's been impressive so far. Gets good distance on the kick into the breeze. Nice mark, Jay Foon. He's had a good game today. Kicked a goal in the last few minutes. Big part of the game here. Dying minutes of this second quarter. Bombers would love another one. Funny old kick by Foon. A nice mark. That was a tough one to mark. And does well there, does Matthew Dilger, the veteran there for Glenorchy Footy Club. Premiership player. His kick's not a great one. It floats right out with the breeze. So certainly, the breeze is doing no favours with the kicking skills today.
It got what it deserved, that one, Dave.
Yep.
He just jogged along, and as if it was, end-to-end kick at home, that one.
So it'll be a relieving free kick, just underneath that metal roof there. You can see those watching the stream, so you can't quite see the kicker. Here he comes now. It's going to be Ponting. Puts in the hot spot, looking for a big mark. Oh, that's a good mark by McCulloch. Floated across the front of the contest. Showed superior judgment, and
50.
It might be 50. Yep. 50 might have been against Conway there on Sharon Egger. They'll march Bart McCulloch right to the line. 5 goals last week, and almost a certain goal here this week at KG5.
It'll be a certain goal, Dave. There's no one on the mark.
Absolutely, and he just dribbles it through, so that's a goal to McCulloch. Crucial one for the Bombers just before half-time. 4-2-26, Glenorchy 1-4-10.
He's had a ripper quarter, Bart McCulloch. Yep. I would say that he's probably laid 4 to 5 tackles in this quarter alone, and that's what you want to see from your ruckman, and that's what Bart's got to bring to the game. Had a bit of a drop in form early in the season, spent 2 or 3 weeks in the twos, and the last couple of weeks that he's been back, we see him taking the centre bounce here as well now. He's kicked 5 last week and on the scoreboard again today.
Good mark too, wasn't it, Maxie? Like, he just, in these conditions, showed great judgment. Anthony Osborne for City Park Radio.
So McCulloch down to Ponting, who just hacks the ball towards attacking 50. Bank Smith does well against Rushton. Now he's off to the races, just decides to tuck the ball under the arm and kick the ball towards Jay Bowden.
Nice kick.
Attacking side of the wing. That's a very good kick from Bank Smith. Well read by Jay Bowden, who's now just going to do a dinky little kick inside to Ben Camrick. As Camrick runs off his mark. Far improved player the last couple of years, Ben Camrick. A floating ball inside 50. Mark taken by Fletcher Bennett as the siren sounds. So half time at KG5, Northern Bombers 4-2-26, Glenorchy 1-4-10. On the scoreboard, it was all North Launceston in that second quarter, but I think in general play, it's still a pretty good contest, Maxie.
Yeah, it is, Anthony. Really good contest. Scoreboard, yeah, look, it's probably flatters North Launceston a little bit. What I did find interesting in that quarter is Glenorchy's willingness to play on at all costs in their backline. I thought they might have tried to slow the game down a bit, take a bit of time off the clock so the ball isn't repeatedly put back into the North Launceston forward 50 when there's turnovers. But yeah, look, half a footy, probably not the prettiest half of footy we've watched this season. It's certainly the coldest half of footies. I cannot feel my toes, Dave Moore.
Yep.
I've been conned this week. As